For
Is the Midwest cruising again?
5.6 billion. That's over 30%.
Report 7 cents. Looks like they beat
net yields on a constant currency up approximately 8.5%.
Revenue. Where's the guidance?
And adjusted cruise costs, excluding fuel per ALBD, up about 4.5%.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
In Q1, their guidance adjusted about $800 million. That would be more than double the year ago number. Net yields of approximately 16.5% compared to the first quarter of 2023, with occupancy returning to historical levels as the company closes the remaining occupancy gap in the first half of the year. Adjusted cruise costs in Q1 expected up 9.5% compared to Q1 2023.
Carnival CSA net yields for Q4 continued to on a positive trajectory and were significantly higher than a very strong 2019 and even higher than they anticipated.
Yeah, so they lost money this quarter, Carnival.
I got too many people hanging out at the freaking midnight buffet.
Stuck in packed rooms with COVID. Right? Sneezing all over each other. Last quarter, I don't know if it's a seasonal thing though, but is this time of year? I don't know. Is this time of year? Isn't it a good time of year for cruises?
What do I know? What do I know about cruises?
You're a diehard cruise, I heard. You so you would never buy that lifetime room on a cruise, huh? And live there?
I'd rather take a bullet.
Right? I don't know. I guess people will enjoy that. I just can never be around people on top of me like that in closed areas.
Yeah.
Well, forever, you know?
Yeah. And then a freaking, like a norovirus breaks out and everybody's freaking puking and, you know what I mean?
So what happened to these people? They were losing their minds making videos from the ship. They wouldn't let them off. Nobody wanted them. Every country they went to go to let them off, they get the hell out of here. These guys are infected. Fucking let them in our country.
I am out. Not doing it. Not doing it. So what is what's the ticker? NCLH?
NCL is Carnival.
So NCLH might be a nice short too then, huh?
Well, it looks like the stock. I don't think the stock is down, is it? Let me see.
A little bit.
A little bit. Oh, it is down. Yeah, RCL is the best one of the bunch, hands down. They're doing something right compared to the others. The other ones are more like they become spec plates, especially the CCL and NCLH. There's one more, I think. Oh no, that's not around anymore. RCL's the beast, though.
All right. Well, let's see what we got going on. Are we live? Looks like we're live.
I thought I heard Lucci. It must have been you, though.
Good morning. Looks like we're live. And economic outlook, or calendar, I should say, for today. 3-month, 6-month bill settlement. GDP is out. Jobs are out. Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. Not the thank God it's not tied to the Philadelphia Eagles Performance Index.
Oh shit! Another shot he took at the Eagles.
I know, right? Corporate profits, leading indicators at 10. Petroleum. Why is petroleum on there at 10:30? I thought petroleum. Oh, because you got petroleum status report, and then today is natural gas report. Then there are a bunch of bill announcements. And then auctions at 11:30. You got a 4-week, an 8-week, and then at 1 o'clock, 5-year tips auction, and then at 4:30 balance sheet. So there's a bunch of stuff. And you had a bunch of people talking about what may have caused a pullback yesterday. The only thing that matters is on a technical level, you went down to the 8 on the SPY, the 8 EMA, and it bounced off of it. So I don't know if maybe that headline spooked everybody. Doesn't matter. And now we're right back up. So let's see what we get this morning.
Yeah, what headline? I heard a couple different headlines, but like you said, they were grasping at straws. I heard a same day. You heard about that 0DT put buyer?
No.
I think it was SPX. Yeah, supposedly there was a size put buyer, and market makers had to hedge that off, and that's what pick up in volume, and then it snowballed. Because the thin liquidity started to snowball into a whole bunch of shit. But are you talking about the Taiwan headline?
Yeah, I thought maybe it wasn't long after that Taiwan headline that we saw some acceleration in the selling.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was coincidental or not. I'm not trying to
No,
tie it
what
to
was
anything.
weird about that headline was I could have sworn I saw it in pre-market in the morning, and it started circulating again. The bears like to do that too, right? Shorts like to
Yeah,
take
for sure.
shit and just throw it out there, try to spook everybody. I
Yep.
just thought maybe you heard something else, another headline, because
No, and like I said, it doesn't matter. All I'm interested in is first of all, I did catch a really nice piece of that flush, and then when it got down to the 8 EMA, that's kind of when I looked at it and said, all right, I need to take a pause and stop, because all I'm going to do from this point is potentially cause damage, and that's for sure what I would have done if I didn't stop. So I like, in an uptrend, I like these little technical areas as places for the market to bounce. It's innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah, and this type of tape, I think that's what you got to try to look for to play off these, like to Ranchero's point, these rinses. You guys could get a sense yesterday, even on the live broadcast, felt a little uneasy holding on to any long positions and giving them time yesterday. You're getting long in the tooth. The flow was thinning out. There was a little bit of action in some of the Magnificent Seven names again, and that's about it. So kind of to Ranchero's point, whatever the catalyst may have been, Bears had a window of opportunity for a rinse that was well overdue. I don't think it really changes anything to what we've been seeing. I don't know if my screen's up there. You can see it got a little, on a really short-term basis, a little, I'm going to create my own word here, capitulatory into that sell-off yesterday. You had some extreme readings on tick and stuff like that. And they like to snap the market back. They're already doing so pre-market, usually the case. But again, I don't think it changes much. I think still intraday is where the kind of the opportunities lie on a rotational basis. If you're carrying weight, Ranchero touched on this numerous times about putting on protection or even trimming exposure, and looking for these sell-offs to reload. But you kind of got to be careful because these things can show up here from time to time.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Lucci.
I'm looking at Micron here this morning. Came out with the earnings, and it completely engulfed the sell-off yesterday and then some. So it's already put in a 6-point move. I don't know how much you're going to get on the top side here. Obviously, with the jobless claims that came out, it kind of extended the gains here on SPY. Frankly, unless what I can see happening because of yesterday, they kind of push some programs here to get people thinking like, all right, same thing's going to happen yesterday, and they just kind of pull it away from them. You see that BA, Ranchero, gapping up to exactly where it sold off from yesterday. Doesn't give a shit. If you look at the NVIDIA, it's almost back to 490. Really doesn't give a shit. The AMD already climbed back pretty much. The losses from yesterday. So you got a lot of names looking like that. The Goldman Sachs, the banks here, they covered back most of it here. So, again, don't predict here, just kind of react. And,
tomorrow you got that PCE coming out. The Feds go to kind of like CPI measure, and everybody's expecting a soft number out of that. So that's kind of a bullish catalyst. If we opened up flat to weaker off yesterday's flush, probably look for a squeeze because they front run that, but you already got that. But tomorrow you may see another soft inflation number, and it wouldn't shock me one bit. Bulls look to pounce on that again. That's tomorrow morning, 8:30.
Indeed. Other than that, that's really the only trade idea that I have. BTC traded up to about 44,200 in the pre-market hours here this morning. So if you take a look at BTC, we're at 43.8. Another very interesting one to look at is this fucking Solana, man. In the last 7 days, this thing has gone on a fucking tear, while BTC, Ethereum haven't really doing much. In a year, this thing's up about 600%. It's fucking wild. There's a good amount of coins that look like this, but Solana's on a fucking tear. I want to short the piss out of this. But again, just like the market, they're not gonna give it to you easily. BTC's having problems at like 42,200, and then if you look at all these sort of crypto names here, the MSTRs, the coins, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Let's see. Of note on upgrades and downgrades, those of you like the biotechs, Amgen got an upgrade this morning. Kava got an upgrade this morning. CRM got an upgrade. Downgrades, CMG, Lilly got a downgrade this morning. SPG, Wendy's, and those are the ones kind of note that I'm seeing.
Okay. All right. Other than that, what ideas do you guys have? Please bring something to the table. Brahman here is saying, I rode Sol from 68 to 84, waiting for dips into the mid high 70s. Bruce is saying, looking to go long Micron. I'm in the same boat here. That's the best idea I have. So all dips here, I'm going to shoot on the Micron. Anybody who held short overnight, unfortunately, your options are, they're not going to look too hot.
That's why you don't do it on a technical level in an uptrend. Micron, Lucci, I think potentially has like, I don't know, maybe 95, 98. I know that sounds a little silly, but I think you could get there.
Indeed. John Smith is saying nobody held overnight. I would highly disagree there. A good amount of people held overnight looking for the move, the big crash kind of thing. And
yeah, it always happens. There's always going to be somebody that got trapped.
I think another play too, if they sneakily get Nvidia back to $500 and they don't want to sell this market, that's still on the radar here. But again, I wouldn't shoot for it. I would just kind of let it play out. That fucking Boeing, you might see this thing at 270. I hate even saying it. I really hate saying this. Micron's already printing 85 here. Holy shit. So yeah, so it's a good amount of the move here. Bruce is saying Kathy bought 112,000 shares of Tesla. Where is Tesla had somewhat of a shitty day yesterday, but it's already back up about 4. It didn't cover the whole move down, but it is interesting. John Smith is saying, read this. For the record, I predict we break yesterday's highs today on SPY. It's totally possible. If we do that, there's going to be a lot of fucking people trapped in shorts, and there's another collective bunch of people that are going to have to get out of these positions. So it's totally possible. John Smith is saying you didn't believe me on video yesterday. Bro, I never believed you.
Please, I never believed you. No, we're not impressed. No one's impressed. You want
to know why?
You want to know why?
No one's going to say,
oh, shit,
why? He's fucking got a crystal ball. It's not going to happen. Stop.
Yo, John Smith, you want to know why I don't believe you? You want to know? You really want to know why? Your name is John Smith. It's the most generic shit that
Wonder Bread.
It's probably not your name. Usually, people who have John Smith as a name, that's their assumed name because they were murderers. You know what I'm saying? And they need to adopt a nice generic name here, and that's how they sign their contracts. You know what I'm saying? John Smith, or John Williams, or Johnny, or Johnny something. Micron here, 85.25, already gone, already fucking gone. Holy shit! Holy shit, this Micron is gone, man. Can I get a dip, please? Yeah, no doubt. Good luck to you there, John Smith. You fucking serious. Let's see what we got here. I'm just watching this tape on Micron here. It's fucking gone here. 85 and a half. 85 and a half, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get a fucking dip. Look at the flow right off the open here. Somebody bought back on those AMDs, IWMs here, and the shop. You got some puts. Huh? Oh man. Oh man. So we will have an upcycle then. Oh my god. I think there's a good amount of people that are going to get fucking run over today. Run over today. Yo, John Smith, are you in the steam room? By the way, 86 already on that MU. 86. You know, the other idea that I had was that Boeing. Boeing, by the way, hit 267 and a half. Watch this thing to keep going.
Yeah, the Boeing. I like the Boeing.
Watch this thing to keep going. You got a 50 cent, 60 cent pullback on that Micron here. That's kind of what we were waiting for. That is kind of what we were waiting for. Oh, so John, all right. So John Smith, you know, I wonder when you do join 2-point dump on Micron, 2-point dump on Micron. Now I'm interested. Now I'm interested. All right, let's start small here. Let's buy a 10 lot of Micron. Well, let's keep it tight here though. We bought a small lot of Micron.
What line you looking at, Luch? What line?
The 84. The 84s. 84s. Apparently, I never got filled though. Damn. No love.
I grabbed some 85s at $1.28.
I like that.
See if we can get some more. If it's just a 10 lot starter, who knows? That thing may come back and fill the damn gap.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. I also want to keep an eye on that NVIDIA here. Mr. Serial Killer here is saying it's going high. Let me wait off the open, though. Nice pop back up on that MU. Holy shit, man. This thing is illiquid today. Dude, are you kidding me?
It usually doesn't move like that, right, Micron?
It does not move like this. It usually does not move like this.
You guys are calling out Meta in the room. Chris is calling out Meta. Amazon just filled a gap.
Really?
Downside.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Are these rolling up a firm weeklies, I think.
Rolling up a firm weekly. Has a firm retraced most of the yesterday's move? Not yet, but working on it. What did you say on the Paramount?
Spy Bulls.
Okay. What price did you get on your short? What price did you get? None of it means anything until you tell me price. You have to tell me the price. This Micron is all over the place here.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Jeez.
SPX above the upper expected move for the day, according to Silvers. SPY, you got some 475s getting bought here, but that's out to January, so they're going back. But that's 4 million. Is that clean there? Jesus, holy shit!
Look at where they're buying this Amazon right now.
Sure.
Good spot.
Yep. Let me check in with that Boeing.
LTR.
Boeing here just kind of blah.
Boeing.
Micron, they gutted most of the pre-market move here.
Yeah. Let's see if they buy it back here.
Yep.
Took 85 call, 500 contracts for next week on what, Ozzy? You got to finish a thought, bro.
He probably has Micron on that. He took the 85 call for next week on Micron.
When did you take it, though? Like, what am I, Miss Cleo? Dude, like, complete a sentence.
Nice.
Fill it all out. Complete the form in triplicate. Otherwise, the DMV will send you to the back of the line.
Yo, relax, man. He's gonna get to it. Jesus.
I like busting on his balls because he's got that.
130 price average. All right, and you got the 85 calls, no doubt.
All right,
Those are probably gonna move quick. I don't know why, but this stock is moving a point at clips right now, which it usually doesn't do. It trades a lot thicker than this usually.
Yeah, you got a thin week though, holidays, you know?
Yeah. BTC doesn't look too hot. 43,700 here. 43,700. Natalia, what are you thinking over there? Sí. Pero necesitamos una entrada. All right. GP Raver's talking about silver and gold. Let's take a look at these two. Yeah, very interesting action on the silver. Gold looking the same. Let's take a look at oil here. Oil's not looking too hot. And then we got to look at the Paramount, which is remember, they had the possible merger here with
Oh yeah, what happened?
Warner Brothers. With Warner Brothers, the stock's down. Nobody really cares.
Stop it, man. Nobody gives a rat's ass about those things. Huh?
And then most people are saying that there's still larger issues. Warner Brothers is actually up right now. On the shit. Speak, fool. Oh, I'm looking at WB then, which is
check out
way
Microsoft.
low. So it's what is it again? MB.
Microsoft.
And Warner Brothers is WBD is Warner Brothers. And it is down as well. So both stocks are down. Where's Disney? Yo. That's why you're so negative on these things. They trade so poorly. All these media companies, they trade so poorly. I mean, Disney has actually been the better trade out of most of them from a percentage perspective.
You know which one has been the best one? Well, again, the
Comcast.
best one relative
Comcast. Comcast. Yes, I know what the ticker is. I got the kid. I got the kid here next to me
You
today.
guys think I'm mean? Listen to Lucci. You guys.
Yeah, but this is a 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying? This is a 15-year-old. It's very different.
Why? Maybe
Ozzy is a grown ass man with a $10 million fucking
we
account.
think.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, he ripped his 500 contracts off already. What the fuck? So you're
Oh, nice
scalping
job,
500
Ozzy. Good
lots
trade.
over there. Wow.
Good trade, Ozzy. Very nicely done.
Rod, Dimitri is probably in the south of France, man, sucking on some girl's toes, bro, while we're over here.
I'm so glad you said toes and not something different.
Ozzy is 30 years old.
See, he's still a pup too.
Anyways, where were we? Spy here is just kind of meh.
Yet, Kelman, you just don't know what the triggers are until you find them, right?
I mean, that firm here is kind of bullish. Kind of bullish.
Yeah, I don't see anything on my end so far. I mean, some bull flow, but nothing that stands out.
Oh, Ozzy, you got another one on the way? Ozzy's like, I have to. He's like, I have to trade. He's looking at that. He's looking at every kid and putting a dollar tag on him.
30's like when you start to get your shit together a little bit, but you could still, you could still stay loose.
Qs are red? Really?
What?
What do you mean Qs are red? Qs aren't red. So what the fuck?
I don't think that's working very well. I'm just going to cut those.
Damn, Skim. You guys should come down to Puerto Rico, man. Ozzy, you should move to Puerto Rico, man. That's the right move for you.
Everybody's deciding your life for you now, Ozzy. Feels like you're right back at home.
Let's see. Anyways, Spy here kind of meh, which is to be expected after such a big gap up and yesterday's action. So we got to kind of let this chill out here. BTC kind of giving it up, so couldn't break 44.2 there. Tradable high.
Easy, Jules.
I mean, Natalia, this all looks pretty good here. The problem is if you start buying and you get that program down, that puts you in a really shitty position. John Smith added MU long. Are you also long the market, John Smith? Did you do what are you putting that trade on?
That's too bad.
The one that you told us you're going to put on? I'm gonna sit this around and just kind of wait it out here. You're gonna need some direction here from indexes. Micron here's got a seller at 85, so you're gonna need to blow through that one. SMCI, I forgot about that thing. Is it?
It's got a little wiggle to it here today.
SMCI back to 313. Remember, it printed like 325, 326 the other day. Let's see if we can get back to those.
327.5.
See if we can get back to those areas. What Jesus, how's that flow looking?
Nothing really. You got Amazon seeing some action. I can't really tell if they're rolling. There's some
Okay.
closing activity around it. But again,
Alrighty.
nothing that's getting me excited out there yet.
From a technical perspective, Lucci, Boeing reached a 50% retrace from the highs on a Fibonacci level, 267, 64, and reversed.
And reversed. Reverse.
So look to see if they come back to buy that. That might have a shot to the upside if they come back for it, which they have been doing the entire time.
BWA Borg Warner catching a sweep here. Where is it? Fed 37.5. Boy Walter Apple.
I'm going to cover half of my Micron here, even though it still looks good, but I'm just going to cover half and kind of protect here a little bit. I had what did I have as an average? I had a $1.30 average, and I sold $1.62
On the 84s.
84s for this week. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't pick the right strike as my starter, so I actually wound up a little red on the 85s just to get out of the way.
40. Looks like call spreads there.
Nvidia now starting to creep lower. Bruce is talking about Tesla here. Tesla, wow, yeah, 253 here. I mean, that's trading really well considering what happened yesterday. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to stick to the MU here for now. Just kind of read the tape here, and then see if we can shoot out on SPY at all. Notice the Google, never really sold off and never went red yesterday, and still holding fine. John Smith is out of the NVIDIA.
Those of you who took the Lockheed Condor yesterday, the stock is doing exactly what you want it to do. Nothing needs to be done on that position today unless all hell breaks loose.
So it'll depend on continuing this inflation trend. CYTK, you're in a blog making constructive comments saying it could be a takeover target. Suggesting Novartis, AstraZeneca might be interested in turning Yankee Tango Kilo.
GP Braver saying, have you seen the monthly basing out on silver and gold?
Monthly basing out?
I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's free basing or he's doing acid.
Basing. That's what I think it means.
Month over month. Forecast -0.5%. Off the prior -0.8%.
John Smith reduced SPY.
Congratulations.
John Smith, step up, bro. Join the Steamroom. Don't be Gen Pop the rest of your life.
Gen Pop.
You can make something of yourself.
Gen Pop. Yo, this action is it is definitely quite slow here.
Well, you had a nice
Very
gap.
similar to yesterday.
All right, well, let's pop up this Gex tool here. See what we got going on here.
Kicks.
SPX.
I mean, Silver's called out the expected move for the day is where we were at, so I'm not 100% shocked.
Right. What are you seeing? Are you seeing any rotations in a particular sector, like materials or something like that, that's actually getting some love here? I am not seeing shit. Like FFCX, maybe GM, Ford, like some fucking car companies. I don't know. What's the Bitcoin names doing? Pulling back here a little bit, very tiny though. GP Raber saying inverse head and shoulders, also on monthly time frame on SLV. Does anybody still use shampoo from Head and Shoulders? Very curious.
Now they cured baldness, didn't they?
They definitely didn't cure baldness, as you can see
No?
what I look like.
Yeah, but you choose to be bald.
He thinks he's funny, Lucci. He thinks he's funny.
I don't choose to be bald. Well, then again. Well, okay. All right, let me put it this way.
Oh, jeez.
Let me put it this way. The solutions that I have seen thus far generally work for people who aren't that far in on their baldness. Therefore, they can kind of come back.
That's one picture you would hair anyhow. What would you do? Slick it back, Gordon Gekko style, or fucking
With that LA looks gel. You know what I'm saying? You know that LA looks gel right there. I slick it back.
Oh,
That's what I used to do in college.
Yeah, me too. Everybody.
And yeah.
Dude, that's why I wear a hood or a hat every day, is so I don't blind y'all with the freaking glare coming off into the camera.
Lex Trader, yeah, man. There's a lot. There's a type. You know what I mean? I definitely get that type. You know, there's women who just love bald brown men. You know what I'm saying? So I play that out. I play that out. It works for me.
You should. No reason not to.
UVXY, you got some put action here on UVXY.
Yeah, small one.
Coin here running back. You got small dip buy in BTC. Overall, this is pretty poor action here, though. But we know it's only 10:54. Sorry, 9:54. So.
I mean, look what happened yesterday. It was pretty dead.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
80 above the door.
Exactly. So we're saying could be like yesterday. I mean, I think buying some lotto tickets both sides here are pretty ideal. I mean, I don't know how much. I would imagine the implied volatility jumped up from yesterday. So if you look at some of these SPX out of the monies here, I would imagine they're decent amount of cash. All right, so we're trading what, 47.37. If you look at the 60s for what are the 60s trading? 60s are trading $2, which is kind of high, right? And if you go 30, 40 points out of the money on the short side, you're still getting $2 here. So
yeah, did you see what Silver said? Post Europe closes better fills. I agree with him.
post Europe close better fills. Yeah, so you just kind of chill here. Zero DTE action begins at 2:30. Peak degeneracy occurs at 2:30.
Well, we just got to ask Ozzy what he's doing. We'll know what peak degeneracy is up to.
I mean, shit, he clipped 500 lot on fucking MU.
That's what I mean. The boy likes to step up to the pass line and throw.
On the craps table.
You got a little Tesla same day, weekly protection. I'm sorry.
Natalia, that BA is interesting. Ronchero was saying the same thing. Is it hit a certain technical level here and then just kind of faded back. Do you now swing this for 255, Ronchero? Or do you just let this go?
The 8 EMA is at 257.5. So that might be your first target. But if they just keep coming back here to buy it, they could push it through. I mean, oftentimes when you get to an area of resistance, it tests it and then it goes back to see if it can bust through. So you got to be careful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 257.5 is a potential place if you're looking for some kind of a target. That's where the 8 and the 5 day live.
You got Nike earnings today at the bell.
Brazil Central Banker Campos Neto saying signaling for next meetings means for the next 2 meetings. Campos Neto said we need to see a cumulative impact of these long-term interest rates on the investment rate.
I think this is a China squeeze named DQ David Queen catching a little action. Cheap protection and Chewy. GM seeing some December 29th protection.
Aquaman, you are welcome for the call out on Chipotle. Aquaman has been stalking Chipotle for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the downgrade. I mean, this thing is a ridiculous stock to trade. I mean, it's up and down fucking 50 points a day anyway.
Yeah, agreed.
1 minute to compare, look at November leading
You see where
index.
that's at, though, Aquaman, right? So it's sitting right on a technical level. The 8 and the 5 day are in an uptrend. So here is a nice place to consider managing your trade. Maybe you roll to a lotto there or take some profits. But even with a downgrade, you gotta exercise some common sense, right?
Momo Scanner here popped up with some GM puts. If you guys take a look at the GM here, got a bunch of end of the month puts here for GM. But again, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Not saying it's not going to work, but just keep that one tight. Reference price is $35.91, I believe.
The leading index is
Yeah. Buffett apparently exited GM. I see.
Buffet.
minus 0.5% in line with expectation.
As expected.
All right. It's either really, really slow or the CBOE has issues, which is likely the case.
Rise down to down to minus 1.0%.
Luch, Bitcoin a little selling?
30 minutes of trading
Little
session.
bit.
That was up 235 points. The S&P
Yeah, a little bit. 43,600 here.
14,905. The Nasdaq Composite at 126. The Russell 2000 holding on to a gain of more than 1%. The dollar gained about 4.5% for selling the dollar index, and bond yields are now slightly higher at the back end of the curve, for 3.858% in the 10-year.
Yeah, the Tesla to the downside is interesting, Michael. It has been a difficult trade, though.
The report notes that housing and labour market indicators did weaken in the month of November.
Amazon trying to pop back up here.
Look at that, a firm roll, for Christ's sake.
All right, so you can see actions all over the board. There were IWM bulls this morning. Now they're flipping over to the bear side. 1.5 milli just hit.
These are with time too, yeah? I'd be, no, next week I can do this, right? Yeah, day after Christmas. Where is it?
No, that's a
Oh,
126.
that's with time? Yeah, that's with time. Yeah, you got a lot of rolling similar to yesterday. A lot of rolling and everything. I don't see a thing on it. Looks like some calls rolling in Tesla now.
Yeah, you're getting some names kind of coming out here.
I'm coming up. I want the
Wow.
world to know.
Wow.
That's the song he had going through his head when he was walking on the hot coals.
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, guys, I really don't have much going on here.
Nope.
I kind of like the short on SPY, but, I think with the amount of bullishness that we are seeing, it's just going to be slow. MU peeled off.
Yep.
Poland's headline saying that Poland plans to gradually raise its anti-cyclical bank buffer starting in March.
Maybe you get gap fill on that.
Yeah, take a look at that Amazon. It's coming back, It's doing the opposite thing there.
Ozzy, how many Micron puts are you about to buy, bro?
What do you got? TLT. Natalia's calling out TLT. First day it's down here on the TLT. Yeah, check out the treasuries here. That's interesting. Yes. Bands to make her dance, apparently.
Yeah, a little range bound, huh? Silvers. But like yesterday, Silvers, you can't, careful, sure, but just keep watching. You don't know.
Q's there at the put wall, and it looks like it's already rolled down. The interesting action on the treasuries, no doubt. No doubt. Do we short these treasuries? Yes, no, maybe.
I got a little appetite for IWM puts with time.
That's dramatic, huh, Lucci?
Yeah.
SPY bears and IWM bears. There's a bunch of IWM hitting this.
Yeah.
With size.
I like the SPY bear situation.
There you go, Silvers. That could be a clue. Oh yeah, look at the NVIDIA.
Yeah, they've gotten out on the NVIDIA. You got the TLT really coming in. Nice call, Natalia, on that TLT. I mean, going back to at least 470.5 looks like a shoe in here. Yeah, TTTT is saying you do the opposite of what Sang thinks, you will be good. Yeah, man.
There you go, TTT. Awesome. You feel good? You feel good today. You feel strong, huh? Now go whack off and contemplate your life.
Jose is talking about that Boeing. So, usually when you get those rejections up there, now you really start getting people to come out of these things. So that doesn't look like a horrible idea there. But what would you buy? You buy next week, you buy this week, 260s. 260s are about $1.50. And remember, today's Thursday, right? So you go out to next week, you're paying $3 for this. John Smith is adding to the SPY long. Yeah, we got that. Remember, the program from the jobless claims number is basically right here, 470 and change or so. Basically right here.
Jules has got a piece of chicken stuck in her throat. Yeah, it's just quiet. Flow readings are a bit bearish, but really, really quiet out here.
You see that SPY lotto here for the 470. Well, it's not really a lotto here. 470s here, and they're dropping 80 grand for that. Watch that line. Watch that line.
Maybe if we get a large enough fade, it'll wake up buyers. But what are we still up 25 handles, right? I mean, are we fading? What the fuck are we doing here?
I'm I think there might be some more action here pending soon. I'm going to take a break here right now, and I'll be back.
Feed the dogs while you're at it, okay?
I definitely will. John Smith, quit being Gen Pop. Step up. Get into this team room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice pop back there to 471. Let's see if we come back into this range. You really have to get back to 471.5 though. Ozzy is talking about the Avgo. Yeah, I got back down to about 1022 there.
Oh, that started selling? I've got. Let me see.
I mean, a little bit. Obviously, yesterday had the big move down, and then I had a gap up today, 20 points or so.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In the last 20 minutes, we'll get the weekly natural gas inventory data expected between minus 85 and minus 80 billion cubic feet, which will be a little higher than the 5-year average for this week of minus 107.
You got a little snap Fed protection. Looks like some rolling in Carvana. That up, yeah, up 2 and change. But that's still stuck where it's been the last couple of days, Carvana. Where are they rolling into? Next, or weeklies to next week.
Nice pop on BA. So if you like that short, here's your entry.
BA. Look like the weekly. Yeah, rolling in BA as well. A lot of rolling out there.
Brazil Central Bank Director Guilin is saying that unanchored expectations require contractionary monetary policy.
You stick my John Smith there. That's a decent enough comeback to think we'll at least go.
Sending out nearly 2/3 of their business on the books for 2024 at considerably higher prices.
Any advice on first blow up regarding time off? Bro, none of these questions I can answer for you because they're different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's different for everybody, you know? So, you know, what works for me is not going to work for everybody. Some people have to go back to work. You know, there's a guy in our room right now. He's a heavy futures trader. This dude is fucking amazing futures trader, but he's also an emotional fuck just like me, and goes through some pretty heavy swings. You can meet him if you come to the Steamroom. You know, sometimes you got to go back to work. Sometimes you got to go back to work, take a job, pull some cash together, you know, get back to it. Luckily, I have other things going on, and that I can maybe pull some strings from. You know, but you do have to reset. You do have to figure out what's been going wrong. You know, what you've been doing, what's weighing on you. So that's what I've been doing. Slowly, just kind of working off the things that are on my shoulders so I can focus and trade properly, trade the way I need to. Finding what works in a world where you haven't been successful. Sometimes you got to stop too. Sometimes you got to stop because the shit just ain't fucking working for you. So it really depends on you. That's it. I trade. What do you mean working with? What does he do? I mean, I'm friends with him. He actually reached out to me. He said, "What's up?" Let me see what he said. Yeah, he said, "Just want to reach out and say your identity isn't what the market says it is. There isn't a better, more genuine human out there than you. If you need help or the help of my trading psychologist, please let me know. Happy to chat and have full faith in you, whatever comes next. This is just a stepping stone to the better future." And Lance wrote that to me. It's very nice. Yeah, you know. Shazad is saying, "Do you think the live stream affected your play?" No. In reality, my mind was already.
That's the same thing I asked him. Remember, I brought that up to you. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
I think maybe, and it doesn't affect me because
No, I don't. Not necessarily you. I don't think you know better than you. But I would definitely be a reason. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Trading in front of people, every intricate detail, and
Yeah.
But you, like you said, you've been doing it a long, long time now, right? So
For me specifically, it's the why, right? And the why for me was always there was no amount of money that was enough to solve the problems that were over my head because I accumulated a lot of fucking problems, and it caused me to just continue to push the envelope
right,
on, especially looking for things that weren't there. And that's it. Instead of just reacting and looking at what was going on, tape tells you one thing, but your emotions and all this other stuff will tell you a completely other story. So I've been doing that for a long time now, and you have to let go of all these things first in order for you to move on. And I wasn't able to do that, unfortunately, until the shittiest thing happens, and that's it. So now I'm going through that process. Just dump it all, forget it all, accept it all, and then start looking at shit for what it is. Tape is tape. It'll always tell you what to do. The question is are you listening to it, and what else are you bringing to the tape that doesn't, it's not supposed to be there. LA Inc. is Scalp Short, GS, JPM, Costco, Lulu, Avgo, and the Melly. That's a decent book short there you got.
Jeez.
That's a decent book there you got there. I think with this move back on SPY, you can at least get us back to 472. We'll see if we got higher on that.
Jules got a piece of chicken stuck in the throat all morning. She can't get it out.
I mean, she's not going to die, right?
No. It's one of her ticks, when she has something kind of caught in her throat, little piece. She's got to get it up. She's relentless.
Silvers, I got a ton of go-to trades. The problem was that they require patience, and at my moment in time was I didn't have time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to wait for those things, and that was the issue. So you're just forcing shit. You know what you're doing? Forcing shit that ain't there. You're not taking profits when you need to, when you know the tape is turning. All that shit. All that rookie shit that comes back to bite us in the ass every once in a while if we're at a precarious position in our lives, which I I am, and I was. You know what I'm saying? So these are all the things that we just do subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Oh, markets changed a lot. Markets changed a whole lot, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, of course they did.
When you got to rely on this game for X amount of money or something, you know what I mean? It becomes a whole different ballgame, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
Whole different ballgame.
absolutely.
You got
All
bills
right,
to pay, or something comes up. You need to make some money.
all
Your
right.
brain
Let's see
kicks.
how we react here at 472. Let's see how we react here. And if we break this, you got 472.5 as your pre-market highs, and then remember, you got all the way up to wherever the hell we sold off from yesterday, which I don't think we get to, but it's shit. Anything is possible. Yeah, Umar's great, man. He's a good kid. He's a good kid, and he's honest, man. You know, so I like Umar.
Saying that the real has been quite resilient.
If you check out the Micron here, Micron's starting to come back. It's looking a little better. It's looking a little better. And as you know, we got Spy working here, which is also good. Natalia, you catch that long there? Oh, yep. It's a good one from the low there. I think we hit the half straight here. Nvidia came all the way back. If you look at the call, if you take a look at the Gex tool here, you can see here. Spy here kind of broke that call wall, moved it up here to about 473. So we're looking at that now as our next level. If you take a look at SPX here, kind of broke through the zero gamma range, has a long way to go here for the call wall though. And then if we take a look at ES here, similar to SPX there. Most of these other names, NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there trading at zero gamma. Q's here, again, Q's here a little bit more bearish than SPY. So we'll keep an eye on all this.
You got some really cheap SE lotto calls coming in, weeklies. You can see a lot of cheap sweeps out there. A lot of lottos. You get some more of those cheap UVXY put sweeps. So you got this IREN in play again today. Stock actually moving. Is there any sexy story to this little guy? Caught some sweeper activity about a week ago. Let's see. 7 million shares traded on it today, up 26%. It's an energy name, I think. Oh, Bitcoin miner. You got to be kidding me. I didn't know that. Wow.
So what is this, Iran?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
No
up
wonder.
crazy today, huh?
Yeah. There was action in a week ago. I thought it was an energy stock they were playing squeeze. Bitcoin miner. Interesting.
So you
Thank
got,
you,
you got flow on that today?
Yeah, a week ago, it saw better looking action. Today, into the strength, though, you got some chasing there. Here, I'll post the lines. But yeah, it's active this morning. Bitcoin miner. And I'm looking here. Renewable energy, it says on the fucking description. I thought it was something like solar stock or something. Did you? Steven. God damn
What's
it.
he carrying on about now, Lucci?
What? No, they were trying to tell me what this Iran did when it was catching action a week ago, and I ignored them. I didn't see them in the room. You know, especially when these unusual names catch action, I got to peek in the room right away. My bad, Steven. Thanks for trying to reach out.
Did he mess you up, Steven?
No, he tried to do me a favor and fell on deaf ears because I didn't look to see. I got 90 different things going on here. All right, Steven, it's not my fault. Leave me alone. Give me the guilt treatment.
¿Qué tú dijiste, Natalia?
Exactly. You see what he said?
Yeah.
I was too busy to get my balls busted by Ron Friedman. By the way, did you guys play those bowl games I gave you yesterday very quietly?
What bowl games, bro? What are you talking about? Who played?
See, I'm going to sneak them in from time to time just to give you guys a little taste. Steven, I don't know if you were around. GJT, you commented. I saw you. You don't miss a beat, you.
Amazon crossing back down. We are range bound at the moment.
Yeah, check out the Boeing, though.
Yeah. I know you ain't going to listen to what I have to say.
What do you have to say?
I told you 257.5.
Oh, so are you short?
No, I'm saying you asked me what would be a target. That's your. I think that's your target.
Oh, but I asked you if you would short, and you said no.
No, what I said was if you want a short, that's a good target. That's probably where they come back to buy it.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
I know. That's all right.
But my question is,
like
would you short?
It's just like being at home. Nobody pays attention to what I have to say anyway.
Yeah, college hoops and.
Well, would you fucking short it, Ranchero?
No, not here. I would not.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
I would not.
That's
I
it.
would wait till 257.5 and see if it bounces. If it doesn't, then you're talking maybe we got a short back down to 243. That's when I would be interested in it. I'd be interested in short. If it breaks 257.5 with conviction, I'm looking at it short.
All right, guys, we're moving over to the steam room here. Guys, if you're not in, John Smith in particular here, stop being an asshole. Move on into the steam room here. It's going sanglucci.com/live stream. And you guys get a nice couple of weeks of access for a paltry $8 here. And Remember, you get access to the Gex tool, which is constantly being expanded, adding on fresh names. I believe we just added, what name did we just add? We just added Amazon?
Yep.
Amazon.
Yeah, I think I'm right.
Yesterday.
Also, of course, you get access to the flow, which is ever flowing here. Remember, today's going to be a long day. After yesterday, there's still going to be some moves here. So there's always action and things to shoot for. Jason here, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm always transparent, no matter what, even if I don't fucking want to be. And it's very difficult often to stay transparent. Especially given what we're seeing out there in the metaverse out here and Twitter
I
and
get a kick out of the comments that you get from time to time. That obviously, they don't know you that claim you're not transparent, right? Nothing cracks me up more.
Indeed. All right, guys, we'll see you over in the Steam Room. And if we don't see you, have very happy holidays. Enjoy the time with the fam. And we'll see you back here next week.
Have a good day, everybody.
Later.
Spot. I don't know.